This morning we're at a very special place, Andaz, for breakfast. Those who have watched my previous video about Andaz, the hotel itself, know that I'm very impressed with the hotel. And I said in that video that I would do a separate video for breakfast because I think that it's worth a video on its own, and that's what I'm doing today. Just to recap on a few of the basics about this place, Andaz is located right next to the beachfront in Sanur, next door to the Hyatt Regency in the southern end of town. It's actually really centrally located towards all different restaurants and cafes in town. It's a fantastic location right on the beach there. It's what I would consider to be perhaps the most luxurious hotel in all of Sanur, so the breakfast has to be great, and it is. The general concept for breakfast here is that it's not buffet, it's a la carte. But not just a la carte, it's unlimited a la carte. And because the portions are quite small and you can even order half portions, it means you can try a really large range of food, freshly cooked, a la carte style. It's an amazing concept and extremely luxurious. The menu's really good here. So the drinks menu has your standard drinks like fruit juices, coffees, and that sort of thing. But then they do these traditional drinks as well, like your jamu type style. So jamu is like a traditional herbal drink, lots of ginger and lots of herbs and spices in them. And that's really interesting as well. They also do some really interesting smoothies, and I'm tempted to try some of those as well. And again, the food menu's split up sort of along those lines as well. You have the traditional dishes like nasi, kuning, and that sort of thing, which is rice with a few Indonesian dishes around the side. You have babi guling, but you also have cereals, you have cheeses, cold meats. You have all those sweet breakfast dishes like pancakes, souffle pancakes, Belgian waffles as well. So you really can get anything you want. It's pretty good. They also are really attentive to people's preferences and allergies. So if you don't want eggs, there's a whole eggless section. So breakfast here is 350,000 per person plus, which is pretty expensive. But when you consider the amount of food you get, the diversity of food you get, and the quality of food, I think that price is very reasonable. And especially by world standards, it's fantastic. 350,000, you get all that food. Now, they sometimes have special deals, and I'm actually coming here on one of those special deals where it's 2 for 1. I'm getting 2 breakfasts for that price. And now that is unreal value. Not so many outside guests are actually allowed to eat here. So if you do want to eat here and you're not staying at Andaz, you have to book because they have a limit to the number of people they allow in from outside the hotel. So to start off with, I ordered a coffee cappuccino. They do that with a proper espresso machine here, so it's a really good quality coffee, cafe standard. I ordered a half portion of Belgian waffles, which is topped with passion fruit sauce, they say. And I also ordered the banana bread with espresso butter. And that's my sort of desserts out of the way right up front, and then I'm going to get into the savouries. So first off is a taste test of the cappuccino. It looks great. Let's try it. And I guess the question is it as good as any of the cafes in town? And to be very honest, that is as good as anything in town at the cafes, I think. They get their coffee from a place called Tanah, a little cafe that's started up in Jakarta originally, and they roast their own beans, and that is absolutely sensational coffee. The next thing I got was toasted banana bread with espresso cream or espresso butter. It's actually a pretty big portion, so I'm going to try that out. Just try that espresso butter. That's luxurious. Flavor a bit on my banana bread. Wow. Very good. Very good. They also have a bunch of dishes of the day, and that changes obviously daily. I got a Belgian waffle, which is not listed on the menu, but I think they probably have it every now and then. Looks like a raspberry coulis straight on top. Got a bit of meringue there, some coconut, toasted coconut bits. So let's try it out. Very crunchy. Big wedge of pineapple in there, mixed with this coulis, should be good. So that has a really tropical flavour to it, and it's quite nice. So Susan ordered the Kroismadder, which is a Danish cream mornay. I don't know what that means, but it's a pastry with cheese and it looks French, so I'm going to try that out. That tastes unbelievable. The layers, amazing. And that's sort of a standard we're expecting from bakery here. Unbelievable. Probably one of the, because it's done in-house, probably one of the better ones that you can get in Sanur. So that there is the inside of, I think it's a garlic bread. And this is part of their bread selection they've got here. There's got heaps of different things, pastries, breads. Let's try it. It's garlicky, but it's a bit sweet as well. It's almost like got a cream inside. That's really interesting. That is part of the pastry selection. I think it's kuning man. I don't know how to say it. That's like French. And it's cardamom, which is a really nice flavour on a pastry to have. Very sweet. And you can taste that cardamom coming through on the sugar. That's really good too. Very buttery. You can taste the quality in it. So I ordered a drink which is wedang jahe. It's a Japanese drink, and wedang actually means hot, but I got the iced version, so it's an iced hot ginger drink. Jahe means ginger. If you go to Java, you'll see this quite a lot as more of a dessert type dish, and sometimes you'll get little rice balls in there and stuff. It's usually very sweet and usually quite spicy from the ginger. Wow, that's very sweet. Very sweet. And it's got a heap of cinnamon in it as well, which is something a little bit unusual. But it's very delicious. And it's got that really, really gingery taste to it, which, does that make it healthy? I don't know, but it's good. So I got the nasi kuning, which is actually a dish of the day. You might get it when you're here. And on the nasi kuning, you've got these little tiny percadel, or they're like potato scallops. Nasi kuning means yellow rice, so generally you'll have that big block of yellow rice and with some dishes around it. So that percadel, we've got some stir-fried veggies with, I don't know what that is. Stir-fried veg. A bit of ayam suwir. Oh, so good. Got tempe goreng as well. That's a classic thing from nasi kuning. It's really finely chopped pieces of tempeh that's deep fried with bits of chili, shallots and peanuts, usually very crunchy. A bit of the yellow rice, usually a little bit of flavour to it, like a almost like, rather than flavour, like a fragrance. Really good. So now I'm trying some of their tropical smoothies. This is a what they call a morning shot. It's basically papaya, coconut cream and banana all blended together. It's a weird combination, but we'll give it a go. Well, that tastes really good. It's like a dessert almost with that coconut cream. And it's only a small glass, which is really nice, so you can try all the drinks, which I'm going down the list. It's brilliant. I also got another, like this is my third coffee, so I've got another coffee, but this time I tried to get the Balinese coffee. It comes in a big jug as well. And Balinese coffee here is not made with the espresso machine. They use it by brewing the coffee and then adding condensed milk. So it's a very flat coffee, it's a bit thick. And that, in Indonesian, we actually call it susu kental, which is basically thick milk, but it's condensed milk, what we would call condensed milk. So you don't need any additional sugar. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You get that really strong Balinese coffee flavour, which is so unique. And then the condensed milk. Beautiful combo. So this is kwetiau goreng with prawn. Kwetiau is a flat rice noodle. It's a bit transparent, fried. So goreng means fried with prawn. Let's try it. Apparently it's one of the favourite dishes here at Andaz for breakfast. That's a really good flavour. Oh, half portion because I want to eat food. And it's got a nice colour on those noodles, so it's been fried really well. Prawns are well cooked. It's a nice little ratio of prawn to noodle. That's a good one. So if you come here, definitely try the kwetiau goreng. So I've got some mie godok. Mie godok is Javanese or Sundanese, we don't really know, but it's from the island of Java. Yeah, from the island of Java, there's a few different languages, and they use the word godok instead of rebus in Indonesian, which means boiled. So what they do, they actually get the noodles, cook them as normal, dry them off, put them in your dish. Later what you'll do, you'll then boil over boiling water, which boils the noodles again, which is why they call it mie godok. I mean, it's a complicated way to say it's a soupy noodle dish, so let's try it out. It's got a bit of veg in there, a nice soup. Very tasty. Half an egg. A bit of, looks like boiled chicken. The chicken's very clean. Looks like breast meat. Tasty, really tasty. The best way to describe that in a very simple way, it's like chicken noodle soup, a fancy version, the local version, with a bit of spice in there, and it's really quite flavoursome as well. It's not just salty, it's got that real strong flavour to it. I really like it. I'm getting really full now, so I've just ordered the fruit platter because it's killing me. Like, I've just eaten so much food. Fruit platter looks pretty good, bit of dragon fruit. All presented really nicely. That's really nice. Really fresh fruit platter. Love it. You can even share that between your table. So after having that fruit, I thought I was done. But then they came around and said last order. And so I thought, well, I could have one item. But I thought I'll just try one pastry. So I got the chocolate croissant. So it's like a mini one, and they heat it up ever so slightly, and that pastry is, I think, that is so light, so flaky, so buttery. That is a delicious pastry. After I eat this, I think I'm done. If you're into really luxurious dining or just great dining experiences in general, and you're staying in Sanur, I think Andaz for breakfast is just one of those special things that you might just want to do. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur. I'll catch you next time.